This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news in the business of podcasting, brought to you by Spreaker from iHeart. I'm Gavin Gaddis, in for Tom Webster. Here's what you need to know for today, Monday, April 24th. First up, Spotify is no longer a member of the IAB. According to Pod News reporting, Spotify has quietly ended their IAB membership and has not recertified, meaning Megaphone, Chartable, and Spotify for Podcasters have been removed from the published list of compliant companies for podcast measurement, all at a time when agencies, advertisers, and holding companies commonly demand IAB certification. In addition to the Spotify announcement, hosting service Podbean has also been removed from the Tech Lab list. Up next from Ad Exchanger, what is YouTube really? Starting in June, GroupM will begin classifying a larger proportion of YouTube ad revenue as CTV, connected television, rather than digital. GroupM says this change is to reflect how clients increasingly view YouTube as a wider part of their TV and CTV strategies. A strategy that makes sense considering data like eMarketer's US digital video viewers by format platform 2024 graph that places YouTube above digital pay TV, ad-supported video on demand, free ad-supported streaming TV, and subscription video services, second only to over-the-top video services. Up next from the media leader Global to launch ID solution across all devices and environments. The new cookie-free measurement solution touted to work in all environments on all devices is named Dax ID. The new tech allows for measurement of every device at a deduplicated campaign level and in every environment. A slide shown at the Future of Audio and Entertainment breaks down the process as combining a listener's IP address and user agent to create a Dax proxy for the listener. Dax ID is slated to officially launch April 30th. Up next from Campaign, how video can widen podcasting's footprint by Tom Webster. While some audio-first podcasters express concern over converting their production to appeal to a YouTube audience if they want to make video, research like Sounds Profitable's Sound You Can See shows the jump to visual podcasting is more about making the same content available in video form. 86% of video podcast consumers are also regular audio podcast consumers, and a majority say they consume the same podcasts in both audio and video form. Up next from Ad Results Media, is podcast advertising effective? The new ARM blog post breaks down top-level concepts for tech and strategy one needs to know to understand podcast advertising's power. According to the Infinite Dial 2023, weekly audio listening hit 200 million Americans tuning in on a weekly basis. And when it comes to channels consumers enjoy, the medium moves the message from last year, found 68% of consumers are more willing to consider a product or service after hearing about it on a podcast, compared to 62% for YouTube, 61% for social media, and 54% for live or recorded TV. As for the rest of the news, voting for Quill's Podcast Awards 2024 is now open, taking votes for top creators and podcast companies until April 26th. The information covers the evolving trend of YouTubers signing deals with free ad-supported TV providers that's fast, so that they can have their own fast channels. FlightPath CEO Sean Howard sat down for an interview with James Cridland of Podcast Business Journal, and the NBA aims to make it possible for every player to become social media stars by speeding up production of short-form video and images intended for players to post on socials. Podcasting has also become a common path for athletes who are branching out from their sport into content creation. And for today's data snapshot, the web version of which you can find in your show notes, we have the IAB's Internet Ad Revenue Report. While search takes up a large portion of revenue, the growth of GPT models could lead to AI shrinking that field and leaving more room for audio to grow. Be sure to check out all the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The Download is written and produced by Brian Barletta, myself, and Tom Webster. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Download us tomorrow.